Hey, Katie. I know you're probably wondering why I'm so upset. And I'm about to explain it to you. Because for the past 20 minutes, I've been bawling my fucking eyes out. Because I just learned the worst news ever. I really just learned the worst news of my whole fucking life. And it crushed me. You see, a few months after me and Kira split, there was this girl that randomly added me on Facebook. And me and her got to being really good. You know, me and this girl got to be super close with each other and become really good friends rather quickly. Well, during that time, this is before we dated. Well, during the time period of us just being friends, we became super close really quickly. Like we would talk on Facebook all the time. We would message each other all the fucking time. You know, and we would talk, you know, on a daily basis, you know. Like, literally almost all day and all night we would talk. You know, we would always message each other back and forth. And the reason why we didn't like video chat or voice call was because she was always busy with work. And I understood that. I got that, you know, because she was always busy doing stuff. Well, there was a point where everything had happened with my PC and my Xbox. And she saw what happened. And she offered to send me a brand new PC 2 separate times. And the reason I say 2 separate times was because William Gloryhole and N-word boy stole the mail and had it redirected both times. She tried to send me a $4,000 PC that was brand new off the shelf. They stole it and had it redirected. They found out the shipping info and had it redirected to them. So we dealt with it. She got her money back. You know, April got her money back. And we tried again, but this time for a laptop a few months later. Again, the same thing fucking happened. They found out where it was being sent to and had the package rerouted and resent to them. Only the second time they did something very fucking evil. They sat there and had a fucking like $25 fucking baby toy that you can get off of Amazon sent to the location where I was supposed to pick up the package. And when I got home and showed April what they had sent, just like me, she was fucking furious. She was pissed. And understandably so. And shortly after that, William Gloryhole and N-word boy called Amazon and had a fake flag put on Like they had made, fake claims and false claims to where now Amazon will not deliver anything over $400 to my house because of them. And I didn't know that was a thing, but yeah, it is. And so me and April dealt with that. And it got to a point to where, me and her started talking more and more and more on a regular basis, to where we finally decided, you know what? Like, we like each other so much, why don't we, we both decided, hey, like, why don't we just be together, why don't we date each other? And we did. And I was actually supposed to go out there this month to a festival called Aftershock, which is like the biggest concert on the west coast of the year. They do it every year out in California. Like, I was supposed to go out there to Aftershock Fest and meet a whole bunch of bands and have fun and, listen to and get to see bands that I grew up with, that I fully enjoyed, or bands that, my friends enjoyed, that I wanted to do stuff for. Like, I was supposed to surprise one of my friends for their birthday with a video by, one of their favorite bands after I got to meet them and stuff like that, because April had paid for the VIP passes to where we were going to be backstage. We would get to meet the bands, get to meet all the members of each band that was there and have fun. Like, it was supposed to be a fun thing. Well, there was one time where I asked her if, we could video call, because by this point, we hadn't video called at all. We had only, texted each other back and forth multiple times. Like, you could literally, like, if I still had her on my Facebook, like, you could see how much we had texted. Like, it was a lot. And so finally I asked her, hey, is there any way that we could, video call? And, like, I had voice called her before multiple times. Like, we had texted, we had voice called almost daily. And, I finally got to the point where I was like, hey, why don't we try video calling? Well, some stuff came up for her to where she couldn't. And I understood because, like, she had a meeting for work or whatever. And I was like, alright, cool. And she said that we could do it later on. Well, later on, I found out from her that her phone broke. Or that her phone supposedly broke. Which I found out today all that was true. That all did happen. Well, I started to get skeptical about whether she was real or not. Because she would constantly send me photos of her, or of who I thought was her, and she would constantly send me, Instagrams of different people. And at the time, I didn't understand why she was doing it. And it finally got to the point to where, it finally got to the point to where I spoke up and I was like, okay, there's videos of this person's Instagram that aren't adding up with your voice. Like, I know your voice all too well. What's going on? And understandably now, out of fear, she didn't really say anything. She couldn't really, tell me. And all I wanted was the truth. That's all I wanted from her, was the truth. Well, I ended up splitting things off with her because things just, in my mind, didn't seem right. And like I said, it was because of William Gloryhole and N-word boy making me so paranoid of every real person that comes into my life that I don't know what's real and what's not. I genuinely question everybody that comes into my life now because of them, and I hate that. I hate not trusting people. I used to be the most trusting person in the world, but now I'm not. I'm constantly scared, constantly on edge, constantly paranoid. Well, because of that paranoia, I ended up blocking her. Well, fast forward to today when I was talking to an old friend of mine who actually was good friends with the guy that used to mow April's grass for her. Because I guess they grew up together and, she gave him a job, mowing her grass or whatever, which was totally cool. Well, my friend reached out to him today to see what was going on. Because he had told me, like, hey, there's this, person that is a supporter that wants to help. Let me see if I can, reach out to them. Referring to April, because I didn't know that my friend knew April. And so my friend started going through April's friends list to see what was going on because she hadn't posted anything in a very long time. So my friend naturally went through her friends list and started to try to, see if he could find out what was going on because it wasn't normal for April to not post. Well, he finally got an answer back from one of her friends named Chris, who was the one that, mowed her lawn. And so he had Chris reach out to me because I wanted to know from her friends what had happened. Like, what was going on. Because I wanted to know if she was okay, what was up. Well, I found out today that she had... I found out today, just a little bit ago, that she... because I had left her. And because of the troll... And believe me when I say the initial shock was devastating. I dropped to my knees and sat there on the floor and bawled my eyes out for over half an hour. Because now her friend Chris blames me when it wasn't on me. It was on William and N-word boy and them for making me so fucking paranoid. And I genuinely feel fucking terrible. I genuinely feel fucking bad. Because I did not know that she was real. And looking back now I understand why she did everything she did to hide from the trolls. Fake name, doing certain things, moving certain ways. I didn't see it. And now that I do see it, I feel fucking terrible. Even though I know I'm not at fault for being paranoid and scared and questioning whether she was real or not, I still feel bad. The ones really at fault are N-word boy and William Gloryhole. they're the real ones at fault. Because had I not been paranoid because of them, she might still be fucking alive. She might still be alive today if it wasn't for them. I can't even begin to express the amount of disgust, the amount of sickness that I fucking feel inside. I can't even describe how sick to my fucking stomach I feel right now. The one fucking person that actually gave a fuck about me, that actually saw through all the fucking bullshit that William and N-word boy and all of them had put me through. Everything. She saw through everything and saw me for me. She's the first person in several months, in several years, to see through all the fucking bullshit, to see through all the fucking lies, and see who I truly am as a human being. And still gave a fuck enough to want to be with me. Despite all the lies, despite all the bullshit that people have said about me. She saw through all of that and saw who I am as a human being, saw who I am as a person, and saw that I'm not really that bad of a guy. That I just got fucked with on a super hard level and was trying my hardest to do good for myself. She saw through everything. And now, because of William Glory Hole and N-word boy making me fucking paranoid, making me question everything, the one person that actually truly saw me for me, the person that actually wanted to be with me, is gone. And I can't describe the level of hurt, guilt, regret, hatred, anger that I feel inside. I can't even begin to describe how fucking empty I feel inside right now. How destroyed I feel. Looking back, I wish I had known. Looking back, I wish I had known and understood why she was doing what she was doing to hide from them. And the fact that they made her fucking go through all that is fucked up. And I can't even begin to express how sorry I am to her family. The anger and hatred that I feel towards myself, towards William and N-word boy. I feel terrible. Even though I know I'm not truly at fault, I still fucking feel bad. And no amount of sorries, no amount of please forgive me's will ever fucking bring her back. I can't even begin to describe the level of guilt that I feel inside right now. Because they do shit like this to people and they think that it's funny. And you know, Katie, I don't know if you know this or not, but 4 years ago, I was in the same position that April was in. I had attempted 2 separate times. Because of William and N-word boy. And now that April has actually done it, I feel fucking terrible. Because no one should have to go through that. April didn't deserve that. I didn't deserve this. I can't even describe the level of emptiness that I feel inside right now. It's literally taking everything in me not to completely fucking fall apart right now. Because I want to go back in time so fucking bad and fix everything, but I can't. As much as I wish I could go back in time and fix everything, I can't. But I can tell you this, that I swear on April's grave, I swear on her life and on her name, that I will do whatever it takes to bring William and N-word. I owe it to April. And I will not stop and I will not rest until William and N-word boy get brought to justice like they deserve. And I do want to say one last thing to April's family. I'm sorry that these people did this to your daughter. I'm sorry that they did this to you. I'm sorry they did this to her. And just know that if I could go back in time and fix things, I would in a fucking heartbeat, without a shadow of a doubt, I would. And I hope that you guys can understand why I did what I did. And that the real evil ones here, the real ones at fault, are William and N-word boy. William Glory Hole and N-word boy are the real ones at fault. Because if they had not made me paranoid and scared, I wouldn't have left her. I would have stayed with her 1,000%. And I put that on my grave. I put that on my family. I put that on my older brother's grave. I would not have left her. But I promise you guys that no matter what, I will help get justice for April. I promise you that. I will do whatever it takes. And I plan to honor April's legacy the right way. I promise to continue my career like she would have wanted me to. No matter what. I promise you that. I will continue my fucking music career and continue doing the stuff that I enjoy for her. And I promise you, eventually William Glory Hole and N-Word Boy will be brought to justice for what they've done. And to Katie, I hope this explains everything. I hope this explains everything that happened. Now, excuse me, I need to go before I fucking fully lose it. Because I'm just barely holding it together.